to donate or purchase a question, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list all in the description box below. Truly appreciate each and every one of you guys who do anything like that. It really does help me out far more than you guys know. And thank you for that. So, let's see what messages our guides want us to focus on this morning. Vanity. I just heard vanity. And there is a vanity here, but I was thinking of the other kind of vanity. Time to look in the mirror and reflect on things. The seeds that you have planted are going to bear fruit. Even if you're experiencing a lot of sadness, turmoil, loss, pain right now, I feel like in your time of grief, you are going to be seeing, noticing, and appreciating all of the abundance and fertility around you. There's going to be a lot of gifts coming in your way as well. A lot of acknowledgement, a lot of recognition for the things that you have done. Realizing that both night and day are very important for the things that you are growing. Basically, meaning that your sleep and rest is just as important as the work that you're doing. Because without the proper sleep and rest, without the proper food, without the proper exercise, without the proper health routines and self-care routines, a lot of what you're growing is not going to grow into the best it could be. So taking time for self-care is definitely going to be very important at this time, and remembering to love yourself, because night and day are equally as important to the seeds that you're growing right now. The rest, the self-care, the quiet time, all of that stuff is just as important as the hard work that you're putting in. Sometimes even more so. Doing rituals against you and claiming the reverse. This person or people are trying to put a glamour spell on you to make others see you as evil. They are trying to dim your light because it shines bright. They may even be sending you false signs and telling you that your beliefs are evil. People will see this. People will see their true colors, and along with it, their darkness. So, people are going to be starting to come out of these rumors and lies, this gossip, the abuse of power. Oddly enough, there's been a few different people recently that have mentioned something about whether or not I have cursed or hexed people in some weird random way after telling me they haven't heard anything about me. Sure you haven't. Anyway, no, I don't do that. I wash my hands and I leave it up to karma. Karma can take care of it. The universe will balance out the scales. I got other shit to focus on and worry about. Not to mention, holding on to that hate and that anger poisons me. And in order to be able to continue doing what I do, I need to be able to be in the highest vibration I can be. Same with you. Whatever you're working on is very important, and being in the highest vibration that you can be in is something that's going to be very important at this time for you. To Mom from Beja. I love you, Mom, for all the times that I forgot to say thank you, for all the special things that you do, for all the words that sometimes go unspoken. I need to say, I love you, Mom. I do. So, like I said before, in your time of grief, pain, sadness, hurt, and loss, you may actually be getting a lot of recognition, a lot of success, a lot of good things may be coming to you in different areas. There could definitely be people reaching out to let you know that for everything that you have done, they really do appreciate you. They really do love you. There could actually even be people trying to alienate you from your children and cause your children to see you in that light. For a very small percentage of you, it could actually be your own children in some sort of way. But I'm feeling more that there's been a lot of people that have been turned against you, including your own family members, in some sort of way, just know that you will be vindicated and all of these things will be revealed. Look, not low. Sights on the sky set so high, haters always wonder why. Set expectations are a lie, but look at me now, standing tall. I have climbed my own brick wall. Are you ready to fight this fight, or is jealousy blocking your sight? You can change your life too, come out smelling so brand new. But all your time is wasted here, spent only on your nasty leer. Take a minute to look in the mirror. Tell me, what is what is it that you truly fear? See the amazing things you could be if only you're willing to pay the fee. And the fee would be looking in the mirror, examining what's really going on within yourself, and not projecting anything that is going on inside of you onto the rest of the world. I was actually talking to a guy the other day that started to say something to me about, why are you living the life that I'm living? Which I'm definitely not living the life that he is living. He's living the life of living off of everyone so that he can drink in the bar all day long. And why aren't you grateful and why aren't you happy? Excuse me, you don't even know my life. I'm very grateful. I'm very happy for everything that I have going on in my life. I wouldn't be able to live the life I'm living if it wasn't for my gratitude and my happiness, even in the harshest of circumstances. And I'm definitely not living the same life that you're living. As, but I basically called him out on projecting his shit onto me. That's not what I was doing, blah, blah, blah. He's like, do you even know why you came over here to say hi to me? I know why I came to say hi to you. And I was like, well, why is that? And he's like, for selfish reasons, because I wanted to feel better about me. And I was like, and he's like, that's exactly why you came over here too. No, that's not why I came over here. Just because that's the reason you came over here doesn't mean everybody else is like you. And my reasons for coming over here were far different than your reasons for coming over here. You definitely don't make me feel better about myself. In fact, a lot of times you make me feel worse for a minute before I remind myself that, oh yeah, your opinion doesn't matter anyway. And regardless of what anybody else does, I'm going to be me and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Calling a fight for war a fight for peace. Red and blue are just colors to blind, to keep your mind caught in a bind, to keep us divided and undecided. A push for war is cited. A war within keeps us so busy, keeps our senses dull and dizzy. Instead, we should push our focus more on peace, which is compromise at the core. No one side is always right. Wrong is found on both sides of a fight. When people push to the extremes, to swerve hard left or hard right, it seems, that's when they must prove that they are right. Original mission out of sight. Morals lost in a sea of agreement, instead of fighting for what you believe in. Now you are just backing your side, even if deep down you lied. To yourself most of all, rise up now and take the call. Support the beliefs you hold inside, even when others prefer to hide. So there could be a lot of things that you're hiding from the world around you because you're worried about what people have to say about it. You're worried about confrontations. You're worried about people calling you certain things. Around here, this is a very, very red state. And so a lot of anything I say, everybody's like, oh, you're just a liberal. Oh, you're just a Democrat. Oh, bleh. No, you dumbass. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Republican either, though. I'm neither one. I have my own damn beliefs, and I believe in some things from this side and some things from this side, and I believe some things from both sides are horseshit. And that's fine. And being able to do that puts me a couple steps ahead of people anyway, because I'm not just instantly jumping on this side's train regardless of what nasty, disgusting things they're doing. And instead, I'm really looking at the bigger picture. And that's what you got to be doing, is looking at the bigger picture. My uncle at one point in time got really pissed off at me because somebody was joking on I posted something and we were joking about how everybody talks about how the West is where all the crazy people are. And I was like, yeah, I would say the East is a bit more where the crazy people are. Have you even seen what those people are doing over there? And we were just joking about it, all in good fun. And he got on there all pissed off because he lived in North Carolina. And the guy apologized. He's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't really meaning nothing by it. We were just joking. And he's still pissed off and acting like an ass. And I was like, you know what? He already apologized. We were joking. Get over it. And he's got all pissed off at me because he's my blood, so I'm instantly supposed to jump on board and defend him, and I'm supposed to turn away from anybody who has anything bad to say. No, that's not what I'm going to do. because that's not what it's about. What it's about is the fact that we were just talking all in good fun. And you know what? That's said about this side of the country a lot by that side of the country. It's not like it isn't. But generally, there is a lot going on the other side of the country. Leo, peace. Peace is definitely going to be coming in for you. You're going to be able to rest easy. You're going to be able to sleep knowing that everything is okay. You're going to be able to just be at peace with the way things are. And a lot of that is because you're stepping up into your courage. You're stepping up into your leadership role, and you're doing the things that you know that you can do. You are not going to be so focused on the things that you can't control and the things that you can't change, but you're going to be very focused on the things that you can do to bring peace to situations. You have it inside of you to be able to step up into this leadership role and to bring about peace in situations that may have been very fiery in the past, where people may have gotten lost in their pride or their ego, and where people may have been really on different pages than they should have been. Instead of looking at the bigger picture, they were looking at all these small details and getting so caught up in these small details that they couldn't even see past that. And it's time now for you to step into that leadership role. To delve into the uncertainty, to really look at what's been hidden beneath the surface of your own emotions as well as the emotions of others. To be able to be very emotionally stable and strong when it comes to dealing with the situations you're dealing with. Taming your inner demons, facing your inner shadow, and loving yourself completely, shadow and all. And that way you're not so judgmental of everyone else around you who has their shadow too, because everyone has a shadow, period. Bottom line, that's the way it works. Everyone has a shadow. And people can claim all they like that they're only love and light and that there's nothing else in there. But you know what? Everybody has a shadow. I have a shadow. You have a shadow. The neighbor has a shadow. Everyone has a shadow. And when we're denying it, that shadow is coming out to play in very negative, not good ways. Most of the time in projection, because you're not looking at your own mirror. Instead, you're looking at the neighbor's mirror and going, wait a second, why do you got so much nasty in there? When, wait a second, I have some things that aren't so great about me too. Let me turn that focus inward and work on the things that I can work on instead of trying to work on other people's things or force them to work on their things. I'm going to work on my things. Challenge your perception. Time to ground. Challenge your perception of what is right and wrong. Challenge your perception of what is good and evil. Things are only evil when you think they're evil, when you're taught to believe they're evil. Look at how many people were taught to believe that it's evil to be gay. To love somebody is evil. Really, it's evil to love somebody. It's evil to believe that animals have a soul. It's evil to believe that animals are equal to humans. It's evil to believe all kinds of crazy shit that they want you to think are evil. When in all reality, if you look at things from your own moral compass, you may find that things are a little bit different than what the world tells you to believe. So it's really time to ground yourself and to look within, to love yourself for who you are so that you can love the world around you for what it is. Because the world around you is as much both light and dark as you are. And you can only see things that are within you, right? And if you can only see things that are within you, then all the things that you're seeing around you are somewhere within you in some sort of way. So, looking at that, facing that, and not projecting it on the world around you anymore is going to help immensely in this peace talk that you're going to be bringing about. Because this peace talk needs you to stop focusing on who's right and who's wrong, who's winning and who's losing, who's evil and who's good, and it's going to have you start focusing on everybody is both. And that it's not even important who's winning. What's important is the fact that we all love each other. And we should all be able to support each other and care for each other and be there for each other. Not who's right and who's wrong. So in between messages, if you guys wanted to be able to donate or purchase a question, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list in the description box below. Or if you would like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things are so appreciated. Thank you guys so much for doing that. And let's see what else our ancestors want to talk about today. It's time to speak your truth. Own your worth and know your power. You have everything you need within, and the universe will provide the rest. It's time to trust that you can stand on your own. It's time to look deep inside yourself, to face and accept your shadow self, and to bring the old cycles of codependency to an end. Know that you can accomplish what you wish, and a payoff is coming for your hard work. To stand up for your beliefs and your needs. Communicate clearly and confidently. Work hard to bring clarity to your thoughts. So, right now, it is time to focus on the amazing things that are coming your way. It's time to focus on the fact that you can stand strong on your own, that you do not need anyone else in your life. Yes, it would be nice to have people in your life. It's great to have people in your life. I know you want people in your life, but you do not need them in your life. You do not need anyone to come and take care of you. You do not need anybody to come and support you. You do not need anybody to hold your hand. I haven't had anybody to do that in the last 2 years myself, and I've still managed to stay on top of my purpose because this is what's important to me. So find what is important to you and go after it regardless of whether or not you have anybody on your side, because it doesn't matter if you have anybody on your side. And being able to stand strong on your own like this in this time period is going to give you that independence, that fierceness, that freedom, and that strength that you never thought was within you, but it was right inside of you the whole time. There are a lot of people who have people every day telling them, oh, you could do so many amazing things. Oh, you could do so many amazing things. And they never do a damn thing. And then you have people who have never been told once in their life that they could do something amazing. And yet they get up every day and they do something fucking amazing. Why is that? It's because they had to. It's because they had to believe in themselves, regardless of whether or not anybody was there, regardless of whether or not they had to fight the whole time. That fight the whole time is what brought them to the point of being able to do those great things a lot. A lot of the times, that's exactly what brought them there. So, right now, it's time to find that strength inside yourself and tell yourself that you are worth fighting for, and fight for you. Fight for you, your goals, your dreams, and to align yourself with your path and your purpose. Align yourself, yes, with your path and your purpose. Finding your strength, your confidence, your stability. Feeling very safe and secure in and of yourself, regardless of what's going on in your external circumstances. Feeling safe. Having that faith and that trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be and you can scale any mountain that comes your way. Going after what you want, going after what you desire, being very passionate, and no longer worrying what anybody else thinks about what you're going after. But see, the whole thing is, if you're worried about the judgments of others, guess what? You're judging yourself as well. You must be seeing whatever it is that you desire as something evil or something nasty or something not good. Guess what? It isn't. It's not something evil, nasty, or not good. The things that you desire, the things that you want, the things that you dream about, those are things that are very, very much a part of you. And if you love yourself, then you should be able to love the path that you have chosen for you too. Being able to walk down this path with hope, optimism, faith, trust, feeling very good about you and what you're doing and the fact that it's really going to pay off. Being able to hold on to that idea and that belief. Being able to give and receive openly, generously, kindness, filling your heart and your life, and really being able to be okay with others reaching out and giving to you and accepting that. And then being able to reach out and give to others when you have it and accepting that. And not worrying about whether or not these people are going to betray you, whether or not these people are out to get you, whether or not these people are expecting something in return. And if you feel like you need to, then express it. Or if there are certain people that you feel like you shouldn't be accepting something from, then don't accept something from that specific person. But at the same time, If you spend all your time turning down anything anybody would bring your way, you're turning down your blessings. You're turning down those open doors. You're turning down those opportunities that really could help you if you weren't so stuck in fear. So it's time to release that fear and to really embrace faith and trust. Expressing yourself, expressing the truth of who you are, speaking up, standing your ground, fighting for what you believe in. If you see something that you feel like is not okay, saying that. And not worrying whether or not other people like it. There was actually a day where there was a couple kids down at the canal here that were bullying another kid. And I tore them a new fucking asshole. And they explained the situation to me, and I explained to them that it's still not okay to be doing that. And that kid, who knows what that kid is going through? I can almost guarantee that kid at 10 years old hiding a bottle of alcohol over there is living in an extremely toxic fucking household. And you know what he needs more than being bullied and torn apart by the better kids around him? He needs fucking friends. By the end of me talking to them all, they were all playing together and they were including him. And they were treating him like he was a fucking human being instead of a fucking piece of shit on the side of the road that they stepped in. There's a lot of that around here. And it's because all their parents have taught them how to hate anybody that's different, how to hate anybody that's smoking, how to hate anybody that drinks, how to hate anybody that does drugs, how to hate anybody that does anything, instead of realizing that these are fucking human beings too. How to hate homeless people. There was one homeless guy around here who was sleeping in his tent next to the river. And there was a group of kids that were throwing rocks at his tent and sliced it all up with a knife. And you know what? Those parents are damn fucking lucky that that guy kept his patience and didn't blame those kids for it. He had a lot of blame for their parents for it. Because that guy was schizophrenic too. That could have ended extremely badly for those fucking kids. And it's all because their parents taught them that fucking hate. Hate. That's what they're teaching them. Don't be teaching people that. And when you see other people teaching people that, say something about it. Say something when you believe something isn't right. Or like the time that there was a couple with my sex abuse history. This one was fun. There was a couple kids that were catcalling me at one of the parks around the way. And then later on that day, I had gone home already, and I went down to go grab some lunch from somewhere, and I'm on my way back home, and those two kids and a bunch of other kids, there was like 10 to 15 kids between the ages of 11 and 16 standing down at the canal bridge right in between me and home that were screaming shit at me, sexual innuendo and shit. And there was a big chunk of me that just wanted to go around the other way and avoid the entire thing because of fear. But you know what? That pissed me off because I should not be afraid to walk down the motherfucking street to my house because of these stupid fucking kids. So I went up to them and I told them exactly what I thought of their fucking behavior. Asked them what they thought their fucking parents would think of the way that they were behaving right now and if it was okay to be treating people like that. It's not okay to be treating people like that. What the hell is wrong with you? Apparently, you guys don't have anybody fucking teaching you what's right and wrong. One of the kids was like, well, I don't. My parents aren't ever home. And I was like, well, you know what? My parents weren't ever fucking home either. And I still treated people with decency. Pull your heads out of your fucking ass and start treating people with decency. It is not okay for you to be screaming shit like that at women as they're walking down the street. That is not okay. And then I posted about it on Facebook. And for the next week, every time I went down to the canal with my kids, any kid that was there, their parents were there with them, and they were all nodding at me in approval because I actually stood up and said something about it. And that's the whole thing, saying something. When you feel something, say it. Do not hold it back out of fear. Do not hold it back out of what's everybody going to think? Is everybody going to think I'm nuts? No. You're stepping up and you're doing what's right, regardless of whether or not anybody gives a shit. And that's the whole thing, is doing that. Following your intuition, trusting in your intuition, trusting in those signs, those synchronicities, and those messages that you're receiving. And not when you're in that fear-based energy, but when you have taken the time to ground, to cleanse your space, and to be feeling good. That's when you know that you're listening to your intuition. Even if there's bad messages that come up at that point, it still is not in that fear-based energy. And that fear-based energy can create a lot of things that really aren't even there. So make sure that you are taking care of you, yourself, and your space so that you know that the messages that are coming up are the messages you're actually needing to hear, that they're actually coming from your guides. Align yourself with your path and your purpose. And allow the signs, the synchronicities, and the messages that want to come into you through your prayer, through your meditation, through your visualization. Connect to your guides and trust in your guides to guide you. Contract severed, lies revealed, no more waiting for the other shoe to drop. Word has spread. You will come to no harm. The song Protector is coming to mind. You are safe spiritually and physically. Live your life, it is too short to waste. Remember what fun is and start to have some again. You don't have to be on these streets all alone. Really, if you need people that are around you, if you need somebody, reach out. Talk to people. Converse with people. Start to really open up around people. And you opening up and letting your authenticity shine and sparkle like that is also going to put an end to any kind of gossip or rumors that are being spread about you, because people are going to be meeting you and they're going to be like, what the fuck are people talking about? That's not who this person is. This person is somebody completely different than these people said. And that's what's going to save you right there, is just you being you. You don't have to worry about what they got going on. You don't have to worry about defending yourself. You don't have to worry about none of that. All you got to do is just be you and show it to the world. But that also requires courage. It also requires faith. It requires you to let go of the baggage, and it requires you to stop worrying what people are going to think when they see the real you. Because the real you is somebody very amazing, and it's somebody very different than the stories that have been made up about you. Listen to your intuition. It has proven right too many times not to. No more caring what others think or demanding proof. Find proof if necessary, but act as if you already have it. How many times were you proven right anyway? When wrong, how was that feeling different? This is how discernment is developed. You have learned so much, and now it's time to put it to use. So, like we were just discussing, basically, when you're in that fear-based energy, your intuition's not working. You can get as many messages as you like, but they are going to be full of shit. It's just really not going to be the right thing. But when you take a minute to pray, to meditate, to ground yourself, to cleanse your space, to send back any negative energy, anything like that that may be coming your way, then the messages that you're receiving are very on point. Think about how many times you've been right. But also, remember those times where you have been wrong and what was different in those situations. Were you in a fear-based energy? Were you in an energy of paranoia and psychosis? Because that can really lead you down a very wrong road. That can lead you down the road of we're all alone and there's nobody out there that loves us or cares about us. This entire world is hell and everybody sucks and everybody's evil and everybody's awful. That road is not the right road for your intuition. Your intuition is found on the road of this world is a beautiful place and there's so many good things in it and there's so many peaceful things in it. And yes, sometimes people end up with the wool pulled over their eyes, but all it takes is for them to see the truth, for them to realize, hey, wait a second, I was wrong. And sometimes that's all it takes for us too, is to pull that wool off and go, wait a second, I was wrong, and not let pride get in the way. Love comes easily. Healing comes easily. Everything unfolds naturally. I am not stressed. I am not worried. I am strong. I am stable. I am amazing. My channel is growing. My money is growing. People around me are honest. The lies are all exposed. Truth is seen. Love is felt. Hate falls away. Pain is receding. I don't care about judgments and opinions of others. The liars will be seen through. Energy vampires, projectors, and manipulators get what's coming, and so do I. I deserve peace. I deserve success. I deserve a vacation free of the BS. I am open. I am vulnerable. I am awake. I am aware. I am courageous, diligent, responsible, reliable, fair, grounded, loyal, and authentic. I remove any more masks that I may be wearing, and I love each layer that I uncover. I am less judgmental of others and the masks that they wear because I know how hard it is to take those masks off. This energy spreads to everyone around me and they start doing this as well. So, affirmations is going to be very important for you as well. Visualizing, believing, really telling yourself things every day until those things become true. And letting yourself see the progress, celebrating you, and celebrating how far you have come. Cosmic egg, the beaver, and the octopus. That codependent energy is coming out again. And there could have been times in the past where you were clinging on to things so tightly that you really could not express who you were, because you felt like if you were you, everything good in your life would go away and you would not have the same people around or the same things around. You may have been holding on too tightly to the vision that you had of your future as well, when you just needed to let it go and to have faith and trust that everything was working out the way it needed to work out in divine timing. You're working extremely hard right now. You're working very hard, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you, to create a better community, to create a better life, to create a better world. And that beauty that is inside of you is something so amazing to behold. You may have been extremely protective over that beauty inside of you, extremely defensive about it, not really wanting anybody to see it, not really wanting anybody to hear it, not really wanting to show it to the world. But the whole thing is if you never show that to the world, then the world will never get to see that, and you will never make the changes that you want to make. So you have to let go of the fear now, and you have to allow yourself to be seen. You have to allow yourself to be heard, and you have to let all of those things that you've hidden away for so long come out into the open. Because that is what's going to create the biggest shift and change around you. The High Priestess, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Swords, celebrating your victories, celebrating life, celebrating the fact that you have been very stable in your passion, in your drive, in your motivation, in your inspiration. Be okay with the fact that we're not meant to know every single thing that's coming or every single thing that's going on, and that is perfectly fine. Because if we knew everything, there's a lot of things we never would have done. And if we never would have done those things, then we would never be where we are. A lot of those things that have happened that we really don't like that have happened, they happened for a reason. They were a blessing in disguise. This fear is stopping you and holding you back from being able to just let go and be you. It's causing you to cling on to things that are unhealthy for you. It's causing you to hold on too tightly to things that you should be letting go, and they could grow if you would let them go. You're building something very successful here. Extremely successful here. This one came from the fact that that's my air conditioning. It's going to be 107 degrees today too. And yet I'm still sitting here grateful and happy to be alive and just feeling good. So, God, I have a double ear infection and a sinus infection, and I've been trying to get rid of it for like a week and a half. Yesterday morning when I woke up and my other ear wasn't able to hear out of either, I decided it was time to go in. Almost everything that I have happen, I'm able to take care of naturally, but this one just was not going away. So, I walked across town with a 99.8 degree fever, which is kind of like everybody else having a 100.8 degree fever, because I run about a degree lower than everybody. My normal temperature is about 96.8. That was extremely fun. Learning how to use your charm to your advantage as well. And not worrying what anybody thinks about that. There's a lot of people that are just awful when it comes to you talking to people, or especially as a woman, when you're talking to people or just enjoying your life. There was this guy I was talking to the other day, and I mentioned something about because I could feel where he was going with it. And I mentioned something about the fact that, like, people getting upset because when I'm talking to other people, I'm looking at them just like I'm looking at you right now. You better not be looking at people the way you're looking at me. I do. Everyone I talk to, even the same sex, and I'm very straight. But when I talk to people, I'm passionate. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm filled with life. And people take that as, oh, you're flirting with everybody. Oh, you're leading everybody on. Oh, no. I am being me, and I'm sick of putting me in a box because it makes everybody else uncomfortable, or because everybody else wants to say that I'm just a fucking slut because I happen to talk to people. I talk to somebody. Yay. I should be talking to people. You should be talking to people. People should be making connections with people. Regardless of what anybody in this world wants you to think, it is okay to talk to people. Fear everything and run. Face everything and rise. Those are the two options you have when you are afraid. To fear everything and run, to face everything and rise, or to cling on to everything for dear life, because that happens too when you're afraid. There's definitely a need to cleanse yourself, to protect yourself spiritually and energetically. One of the best ways I've found to do that is through water, whether you're in your bath or whether you're in a shower. Ask for that water to be blessed, for it to bring you peace, love, light, hope, joy. You can throw things like essential oils in there. You can make your own bath salts with essential oils. I like to make my own bath salts with essential oils. You can find lavender as well. You can throw some lavender in there. You can throw some rose petals in there. Yellow for friendship, happiness, joy, positivity, love. Red for more romantic type of love and things like that. Lavender for peace, calm, happiness. Natural meds is definitely one of the best ways to go when it comes to a lot of things. Although there are some things that you can't take care of naturally. And some people would definitely disagree with that, especially shamans, because, yeah, they even do surgeries naturally. So, there's definitely a lot of natural meds, though, that people just have demonized completely and totally. There's a lot of people that will tell you weed is evil. Weed causes psychosis. No, whatever you got going on inside of you is causing that psychosis. It's not the weed. In fact, weed can take you down a healing path if you're in a good state of mind when you got it going on, and if that's what you're using it for. When it comes to shrooms, they have realized that microdosing with shrooms is one of the most effective ways to deal with PTSD. Isn't that crazy? Something that everybody has demonized for so damn long. And it's scientifically proven that these natural medicines are better than a lot of the medical medicines. And even the doctors, a lot of them will tell you, don't come to the doctor for everything that's going on. You can take care of most of this at home. And you can take care of most of it at home. One of my favorite things to do, I have a lotion and I put some lavender, eucalyptus, peppermint, rosemary, jasmine, orange oil, and lemon oil in it. The jasmine, orange oil, and lemon oil make it smell better, but they also make it an antidepressant. They also make it to where it gives you that inspiration, that motivation, that positivity, that joy, that happiness, that good feeling. The other ones take care of so many different things, it's unreal. Any kind of skin rashes, mosquito bites, any kind of sleeplessness, any kind of cold or breathing problems in general, emphysema, COPD, bronchitis, pneumonia, any kind of anything like that. It can help with asthma, where everybody goes and gets steroids so that they can have knee surgery at 26 years old like my younger sister did, and then another one at 28 years old on the other side because she was given steroids her entire fucking life. There are so many things that you can heal naturally, where the natural healing remedies are so much better for your body than the medicinal ones are. And some things, yes, medicine is required. Most of the time, though, medicine's just the easier route that sweeps everything under the rug instead of actually dealing with the problem at the core. like learning how to breathe yourself, like learning how to deal with panic attacks and anxiety attacks, which can be very difficult to deal with, yes, but it can be done. It can be done by grounding and centering yourself, taking a few deep breaths, and letting all of that fear and anxiety just fall away and allowing all your muscles to calm and relax and just being at peace. Nobody's very talkative this morning. So let's see what else we got for today's message. It's just kind of going all over today. I'm going to have no idea what to even call this by the end of this. I don't like the way that you see and treat me when I give too easily. Sad but true. Boundaries are needed and they are healthy. How we show others to treat us matters. Some will always treat you good, but it's different for everyone. And some are too good at being everything for everyone that they lose themselves. Well, and also a lot of times if you're everything for everyone, you go find somebody else that's everything for everyone but you. And think about it for a second. When you're everything for everyone, are you everything for the people closest to you or just for everyone outside that? Because the people closest to you are the ones that you trust to see you. And you trust to be there at the end of the day and things like that. So are you still going to give to them the way that you give to everyone else? There definitely needs to be boundaries when it comes to that. Giving and taking openly is a very good thing, but at the same time, you cannot give all you are away to everyone all the time. Otherwise, there's nothing left for you and there's nothing left for those that you love. You got to be willing to put your foot down and state what you need and what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to do and what you aren't willing to do. Angel wings. My guides cut the grass so I can see. As they do, all the snakes flee. No more checking my ankles down low. They can't breach this fiery glow. Lightning speed beneath my feet. It's too bad that you lost your seat. Your poison will never take me out. I'm immune to what you're about. Sent as a test by the divine source, a power you can never touch by force. I hope you learn before it's too late. I am on the side of fate. There have actually been people who have tried to poison me. Crazy enough. Hi. Vishali, hi. Yeah, there's been a couple times where people have tried to do that. And it hasn't worked. Amazing, isn't it? May not have been protected from some things in my life, but that's because those things I was not meant to be protected from. I was meant to go through them. There are plenty of other things that I was protected from. Today we are doing questions for $10 each. So if you look down below in the description box, you can find my Cash App and PayPal. Send $10 through and I will definitely answer that question for you. If not, I do a free question session once every month, the first week of the month, and that will be going on next week, probably on Tuesday. Usually I do those on Tuesday. And I also don't do yes or no questions. I read through the energy, so I would pull cards and I would tell you what's going on in the situation as well. I love you still, but I chose me. I do not have hate in my heart for you. The times I have are far too few. Anger at times usually too fleeting to mention. Forgiveness is always my deepest intention. Not just because hate poisons the heart, also because I know I had a part. Maybe I should have told you I knew. I expected that you'd come clean as time flew. Then I realized you would never stop as long as you had a way out to cop. As long as I continued to tell you all, you saw fit to make it your call. Had strangers thinking they knew me, judging me, exactly what do they see? And that's called boundaries right there. Not my story that I had told, but the ramblings of someone far too bold. I know for sure no one is perfect, but I shouldn't have had to suspect. Fighting with my intuition that was always right. Not wanting to walk away from you, I would fight. Everyone expects to be paid for their job, and I do too. Self-love and respect guides my actions now. I must lead the way and show you how. I hope you learn the same lesson in your own time. Understand how to make amends for your crime. Love yourself and let yourself shine. Trust me, I always think of you as mine. I'd fight the same for you as my own kids. Disloyalty to you my heart forbids. I hope one day the same is returned. Until then, this bridge is burned. So, once again with the boundaries. And that's exactly what I was just doing in the comments below, is boundaries. On my title of this video, it says it's $10 a question. If you don't have $10 for the question, then don't ask the question. And if you want a question answered, send $10. There's nothing wrong with me expecting to be paid for my job the same way as anybody else does. I don't walk into other people's jobs and ask them to do their job for free. I walk into other people's jobs and I offer them something for their job. Hi, love. Nice to see you. So, it doesn't mean that I don't love those people. It doesn't mean that I don't feel for those people. What it does mean is that I have boundaries. I have self-respect. I have self-love. And I give away a lot of my time and energy for free to a lot of people on a regular basis. Which means I also have to have boundaries on how often that happens so that I can make sure that I still eat at the end of the day. There's been a lot of days this week where I didn't eat, which is why I do require payment when it comes to my questions today so that I can eat this week. Anyway. Watching you grow fills me with joy. Hearing your laughter after so long of grieving is so amazing. It's like music that calls to me, even on the other side. Know that I am watching over you. I wish that I could reach out and touch you. To hug you would be like water to a man in the desert, as I know it would be for you as well. We will see each other again one day, but until then, live your life, because it brings me so much joy to watch your passion and your vibrancy. So if you've been grieving a loss for a long time, and there's been a lot of hurt and pain that you've been going through, there is definitely somebody that wants to let you know that they still love you. I really feel like there could definitely be somebody that has walked away from you that is letting you know that they love you as well. And they want you to know that regardless of whether or not they had to walk away from you, they had to walk away from you from their own self-love, and they hope that you learn from this to do the same in your life. Earlier, when you don't have those boundaries for people, then you're giving everything you are to everyone. But generally, the one that's losing out is the one closest to you. And so, when you turn around and that person's gone, it's because they were not getting the love they felt like they needed because it was going out to everyone else. Okay, sounds good, sweetheart. I did get it. Thank you for that, by the way. Do I want to know, Arctic monkeys, have you got color in your cheeks? Do you ever get that feel like you got shit that sticks around like cement in your teeth? Hiding some aces up your sleeve? Have you no idea that you're in deep? I've dreamt about you nearly every night this week. How many secrets can you keep? Do I want to know? So somebody could actually be thinking about coming back into your life as well to apologize to you and to see where you stand with them and whether or not you'd be willing to accept their apology and let them back into your life in whatever way that may be. There could definitely be somebody around that walked away from you at some point because they needed to take care of themselves. And now they're looking back on it going, wait a second, the way I walked away was not very good. And I really would like to be a part of this person's life again, but would they even want me in their life again because of the way that I treated them? Or vice versa. This could be something you're going through right now as well, where you had to walk away from somebody out of self-love. And at the same time, you might have realized that you were giving your love to all the wrong places. And this person was somebody who actually had a lot of real love for you. And now you're questioning whether or not you should do that. And if that's the case, then let pride take a back seat and follow your heart. I'm watching over you, and what I see I am so proud of. You have been handling everything so well. Remember that it's okay to cry. Allow yourself to let out all the pain. Cleansing through tears is very healthy and a form of strength as well. It's okay to take a break too. I know that you think you'll fall apart if you do, but you'll get back up again. I know that you will. The longer you wait to face things, the harder it will be. So, the longer you let this sit and stew and fester, the harder it's going to be. Whatever it is that you need to face, whatever it is that you need to look in the mirror at and see the truth of, it's definitely something that needs to be faced now. If there's any kind of grieving that you need to do, any kind of loss that you have felt, any kind of pain that you're feeling that needs to come up and come out, then it's time to deal with that and express yourself in the ways that you need to so that you can really be healthier in the long run. Level up. Ciara, motivation, Normani. An ex-lover, husband, or boyfriend. Now you're winning. You put in so much work and tried so hard to get them to believe in themselves as you did. Tried so hard to get them to see that you wanted them, but they just could not accept it. They couldn't deal with it. They couldn't see past the hate they were feeling for themselves and for the world around them. And so, yeah, there could definitely be somebody coming in to express this, or you could be. I was so hurt that I felt betrayed and left out in the cold. No matter what you did or how you were there for me, I couldn't even see it. I didn't want to. After everything that I did to you in my projections, I didn't feel like I deserved any of it. I thought your kindness and love for me was stupid. You deserved better, so I pushed you away. You were the only one that was there for me. I was so mired in so much self-pity, self-hate, and blaming everything on you. I'm sorry that I let you down. I'm sorry that you believed in me. I'm sorry I hurt you, and I'm sorry that I tried to take everything away from you and ruin your good name. You deserved better. Don't waste your time on me. Reach for the sky. I know that you can accomplish anything, even if I tried to convince you otherwise, because I was scared that you would see that you deserve better and find it elsewhere. So, somebody believes in you more than you think they do, loves you more than you think they do, and was just a hurt person hurting other people around them. Who knows? Maybe they have healed and maybe they haven't. But the only way to find out is through testing it. Advice on navigating relationships. Awesome. And you know what's really funny? Right after you sent that is where all that whole message just came out about relationships and people wanting to come back and people wanting to apologize and stuff. So that could definitely be part of for you as well. I'm really feeling very drawn to that and thinking that that is part of your question here. Instead of attacking you directly, they are hurting those that you love. Wants you to be obsessed with them like they are with you. Psychological warfare designed to make you live in fear and to stop interacting with others. Wants you isolated and mentally unstable for some reason. So, whoever you're dealing with could definitely be trying to turn people against you, trying to isolate you, trying to get you alone so that you have to crawl back to them. Because they are feeling like, they may have been feeling like you were going to leave and they wanted to leave you first, and they wanted to make sure that you were completely alone and isolated and out in the cold. That way you would have to crawl back to them in some sort of way and give them the apology that they actually owe you. There could be somebody as well doing psychological warfare or spiritual warfare to get you to live in fear and to stop interacting with others. But there is no reason to do that. Live your life and don't allow these people to distract you from your goals or from whatever you're doing. Go out, have fun, enjoy yourself. A new pet may enter your life soon. It could also be a new friend. This will be a blessing that you need to light up your life again. Get out more, have fun, explore, and enjoy yourself. You have worked so hard. You have earned your fun time. You might even find a new hobby or life passion with this change. It's going to give you a lot of time to work on things that maybe you normally would not have been working on. And it's really going to give you a lot of fun new opportunities and new doors. When one door closes, another door opens. So don't allow those people to make you feel like because this door closed, it's the end of the world. This door closed and now it's time to find a new door. Someone may have to have surgery because of a bad habit, but because of this eye opener, they are ready for a lifestyle change. After this change, they are going to notice how much that habit was draining their life and hurting everyone around them. So, whoever this is also may have some extremely toxic and bad habits, which could have been causing a lot of the disruptions between you, or a lot of the fights or arguments between you, or whatever it is, the contention between you that was there could have been caused by some sort of bad habits that this person had. This person may have a very near-death experience that is going to cause them to wake up and realize exactly the way they've been behaving, what they've been doing, and how they've been treating people, and how it's not okay to be doing that. And they may even turn their life around in a 360 and come back towards you once they do. You are so beautiful. I am beautiful, I am sweet. Knowing me is such a treat. I am smart, kind, and caring too. But you make me feel so blue. It's time for a change, a nice retreat. I am unwilling to fill that seat. I need to rewire and get some rest, so I know I deserve the best. Stomp out those mean voices inside. Time to heal. Enjoy the ride. So, rewiring. Letting yourself know that regardless of what any of these people think, regardless of whether or not they left, you're fucking amazing. There may be some abandonment issues that this has triggered inside of you that has caused you to feel like you're unloved or unworthy in some way, or like it's something that you did wrong. It's nothing that you did. It's everything to do with themselves and what they're projecting onto you. So make sure that you are telling yourself that every day, and that you are telling yourself how amazing you are, and that you are valuable, amazing, valuable, beautiful, wonderful. Calm in the storm. Have courage. 9 of Cups and 2 of Swords. Have the courage to be at peace with the decisions that others have made. You can't change the decisions people make or their actions or anything about what they're doing. All you can do is be at peace with the decisions that you make. So make sure that you are having the courage to make the decisions that bring you peace and not worrying what anybody else thinks about that. Go out, have fun, enjoy your life, and know that in and of yourself, you can be emotionally fulfilled and happy on your own, and you do not need these people around to be that. Be calm throughout this storm and know that good things are coming, that this is a blessing in disguise. Exactly. And while it's really not even about winning so much as being at peace and being happy and enjoying your life regardless of what these people want. And there's been a lot of attacking me over the last couple weeks. I've gone through a lot the last couple weeks. And on top of that, the double ear infection and the sinus infection, not good. But regardless of all of that and the fact that my RV is not running and I had to move it from one spot to another spot, and I didn't even know till the last day when it had to be moved or towed whether or not it was going to get moved. I kept my peace throughout the entire thing. And you know what is fucking amazing about that? The fact that I was not worn down, I was not run down, I was not stressed out, I was not feeling crazy and fearful and just everything awful. Instead, I spent my week happy and enjoying life and listening to music and enjoying the birds chirping and not really focusing so much on the bad, but knowing that there was going to be a blessing coming from this, that there was going to be good things coming from this, because it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't happening for me in some way. So that is what I have for your question, and I really hope that that helped. Oh, I know it helped. That would have helped me. It is so hard sometimes to listen to it, though. I mean, there's been times where I've gotten pissed off at people telling me to enjoy my life. Because it's like, enjoy my life. Oh, come live my life, asshole. But yeah. You're welcome. So let's see what else our guides want to talk about today. The air shifts. What's Wrong with Being Confident by Demi Lovato. A possible reminder to those who may have let fear overcome their higher nature. The air shifts. Your attraction is felt everywhere. Confidence is in the air. Done taking shit for all but you. You really are so very true. When you enter any room, quiet descends like a tomb. Transformation strikes so fast. I really do hope this will last. You're amazing and I hope you know. Nothing you do is ever for show. You're kind to everyone that you meet. Station, race, gender, sexuality, you know that it's all a reality. You treat all people with kindness and care. You are someone just and fair. So you definitely have a friend coming in as well. And it's going to be something fucking amazing. Somebody that is very similar to you. Because of your confidence at this time and your I don't give a fuck attitude, you're really going to be shifting things, changing things, and everything is going to be seen in such a different way. As your authenticity is shown to everyone around you, they're going to realize that anything that is said about you is complete bullshit, and you're not anything like what people have claimed you to be. And those people are going to lose just by you being you. It has nothing to do with needing to defend yourself, needing to stress about it or worry about it. All it has to do with is just needing to be yourself regardless of what these people are doing. Sunlight returns. No more time to waste on past heartache. Get it together for your sake. Leave behind fear and doubt. You will find your way out. Communicate your wants and needs. Time to plant your seeds. Love yourself like never before. Only you can walk through this door. Climb the ladder one step at a time. Sometimes you just need a rhyme. You can do this. Know it's true. It's time to love you as you. No more dark clouds clutter your sky. Sunshine is the reason why. Be optimistic in your healing. So much hardship you have been feeling. But now it's time for the light. This is the end of your dark night. 2/25/21. And the sun will come out tomorrow. Just stick out your chin and grin and say, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. So, thank you, beautiful. And if you want to find it, my link for Dee's story times in the description box below, and that poem is on there as well. All of them are. No more time to waste on the past heartache, because it is a waste of time. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, it distracts you, it clouds your vision, it makes you stand in this doorway that is not even open anymore, instead of walking through new doorways that could be right in front of you. And it also makes you fear those new doorways because your heart hurts so much right now. If you decide to open it up again, is it just going to get squashed some more? And are you just going to be sitting in the same boat? No, because every time it gets easier and easier as well. It really does. There's a song that just popped in my mind. Those who want to come, let them come, and those who want to go, let them go. I don't remember what song it is, but it says something about that in it. You think so different. Your mind and perceptions are a true treasure. Keep opening and learning new things. You enjoy learning and put so much effort into your projects. Your ships will come in. You are someone who is always able to see the good in every situation. Keep focusing on and believing in the light. Even when it can't really be seen, it is there to light your path. And sometimes thinking different and being different can be a very hard experience because it really makes you feel like you don't fit in or you don't belong, but you do fit in, you do belong, you are here for a reason. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was here for a reason, and everybody treated him like shit until the night that they needed him. But when they needed him, he stepped fully into that leadership role. Look at Moses and the way that people really shit on him, and he was the one who led them out of that. I don't know why that one came to mind, but honor Gaia. A new day dawns. The sun will come out tomorrow. A new day dawns. You were born to create. So remember, as you are creating, as you are living your life, to pull away from greed and to give back to the earth that gives to you. Exactly. Of course, I think of it a little bit differently. Every life that was ever created, it took a man and a woman to create. So I believe that a man and a woman created all of us. And if you want to get really technical, our first ancestors is kind of what I believe in. The original man and woman who created us all, who were created by this earth, essentially. Not just this earth, but the sky. You have Mother Earth, you have Father Sky, you have the wind, you have the trees, you have the water, you have everything went into creating us and who we are as a people. Back in the day, before 3,500 years ago, women, men, and animals, insects too, everything was respected and loved. Everything had a purpose, everything had a place. Everybody believed that everything was responsible for life. And then 3,500 years ago, only men were responsible for that. A man was who we prayed to every day. A man was who was deified. And they abused that motherfucking power for the last 3,500 years and abused the women. They abused the fucking animals. They abused the fucking earth because none of them had respect for any of that anymore because they didn't worship any of that anymore. They only worshiped a man. So no wonder we have learned to worship men and everybody else should be underneath their boot heels, right? Makes sense. What you're taught is what you grow up to be. And that's why the world is so abusive towards Mother Earth. Mother Earth who became hell. The hell is beneath our feet, right? That's where Mother Earth is. Father Sky was still Father Sky, but Mother Earth was villainified. It's pretty sad, if you ask me. And she's ready to be seen, heard, respected. She's ready for her recognition again. The animals are ready for their recognition again. And actually, they're getting a lot of it. It's amazing how peacefully humans and animals, even the most dangerous animals, can live when humans respect them. I saw a guy the other day hugging and playing with a hyena with his arm in his mouth. Hyenas are considered to be so evil. Evil? Really? Because they hunt? Because they scavenge? Because they play jokes and pranks on each other? Humans do the same thing. And actually, humans are the top predator on this planet. So if anybody's evil because they're a predator, I would assume humans are, not animals. Because we're the top predator on this planet, and all we've done is hunt them to extinction, pretty much. A lot of them. So, a new day is beginning. And it is going to, I'm really hoping that it doesn't go the other way before it balances out, because it just needs to be a balance of everybody is respected and everybody is equal instead of, one is in charge. And what that's going to take is women sacrificing their pride and their anger and all of that kind of stuff about the past and what has happened in the past. It's the only way that's going to go forward without that happening. The truth is, you were born to create. You were born to create peace, friendship, harmony, balance. You were born to create a new day. To bring the sun out. Not only to believe the sun will come out, but to bring that sun out. When you are looking for light and you can't find it, be the light. Be that light and embrace that light and express that light and expose it. There's definitely a lot that is going to be being exposed as well. And a lot of truths are going to be coming out. And these truths are going to lead the way towards peace if you take the courage to step into the role to bring that peace. Storm clouds are brewing. A test is coming. Have you learned to dance in the rain? The calm and the storm, like we were talking about a little bit ago. Have you learned to dance in the rain? Because it doesn't just take sunshine to bring up your seeds. It takes rain. There's no time like the present. Your attitude is what you make it. You can't control what happens outside of you or what others do, only how you respond to the situations. Deal with your emotions and try to focus on the good things. That doesn't mean you can't be upset. That doesn't mean you can't cry. That doesn't mean you can't be hurt or you can't be angry. That doesn't mean any of that. It means handle those emotions in a healthy way, express them and get them out, and then let it be and let it go and move forward, knowing that in order to achieve what you're looking to achieve, you need to be in a high vibrational energy and you need to be able to let go of the things that are not serving you. The stars in the night sky are there to remind us that the light is not gone and hope is found within. So in the darkest of dark, you can always find something good. Take a minute to focus on that good. I'm not doing too bad. Today we're doing $10 a question. And if you want to be able to ask a question, you can find my Cash App and PayPal in the description box below. I do have one session every month that is a free question. It won't be till next week, probably on Tuesday. So today it's $10 questions. And in between messages, if anybody wants to be able to donate or ask a question, you can find my Cash App and PayPal in the description box below, like I was just saying. If you guys could like, share, comment, subscribe, that really does help me out as well. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you who support me in the ways that you do. For me being here to support you, it's awesome, and thank you. Don't allow others to drag you down. Rise above. Step into your power. Walk always speaks louder than talk. Walk your walk and be so busy that you don't hear the people's talk. People may be envious of you, and their only weapon is trying to tear you down in whatever way they can. But you are strong and you are protected, and they cannot touch you or your reputation. Oyster. You may be frustrated by your attempts to help another. Silence, secretiveness, concealment of secret beauty. You are developing a pearl of great beauty inside of your psyche. Your childhood may have allowed you to develop your soul mind or your spirit to help others. Where do empaths come from? 99.9% of empaths come from severe abuse. And then they have to learn how to create boundaries because that abuse taught them to put everybody's emotions above their own, instead of everybody's emotions are equally important, including their own. Obstacles must be overcome at this time to get to the pearl within. The pearl represents hope. Have faith and trust that your hard work will be rewarded. See and accept your inner beauty and the hard work that you've done to reach this state. The rest will come in time. Curiosity and creativity will pay off. But it has to get started and grow before being birthed. Enough. I'm still here, filled with no fear. Can't take me out, can't fill me with doubt. Blessings rain down on me, divine grace for all to see. Give it up to the Most High, raise your hands up to the sky. Rising up from down low, these are the seeds that I sow. My fruit is sweet, pull up a seat. Follow me if you dare, there is always enough to share. So, getting rid of any kind of energy of lack, feeling like you're enough, feeling like you have enough, feeling like there is always enough for everyone, and making sure that you are not blocking that flow by holding on so tightly to everything that you have, but being willing to give, and at the same time, not give too much, because you got to make sure that you are giving in a healthy way and that you're also receiving as well. So exchanges of energy is very important. Making sure that you're not just giving all your energy all the time to everyone around you with nothing in return, but you're also open to receiving and others giving energy back your way as well. Whatever that energy may be, it may not be the same energy. It's kind of like the $10 a question or the prices for my personal readings and things. That is an energy that people are giving to me for an energy that I am giving to them. And having it balanced and reciprocated like that is very healthy for you. Justice, the Tower, and the Chariot. being able to embrace all aspects of yourself, both the shadow and the light, being able to see them fully and delve into them for the strength that they bring you, because both sides bring you a lot of strength. There definitely could be a lot falling apart in your life right now. A lot of upset, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain and anguish, a lot of things just falling apart and the rug being pulled from under your feet. But at this point, you have learned how to dance in the rain. You have gained confidence, you've gained stability, you've gained strength from everything that you have been through, and you are going to continue going forward, regardless of whether or not it feels like the rug has been pulled out from underneath your feet. And because of this, justice is going to be coming in for your hard work, for all your effort, for all your time, for all your energy. There is going to be a lot of good coming in to you. So remember that your actions right now to continue moving forward, regardless of the distractions or the hurt or the pain or whatever it is that's all being sent your way all at one time, is what's going to get you to that next level. The butterfly and the tiger. Yes, you have definitely transformed. You have transformed into a state where you are embracing all aspects of you. You're listening to your intuition. You're listening to your instincts. You know that you are definitely a force to be reckoned with. Your shadow and your light, your masculine and your feminine, every single part of you is important. And every single part of you can be a strength when it's not being denied into non-existence. There's a time for action. There's a time for passivity. There's a time for standing your ground. And there's a time for being able to be more flexible and adaptable and being able to go with the flow. This transformation that you're making is really changing and shifting a lot in your life. And one of the things that's really going to help you with all of these things going on right now is just taking a nice, quiet, long walk at night when there's nobody else's energies out and about and around you, and you can just be in your own energy. Also, the whole thing we were talking about earlier about, Mother Earth and Father Sky, and how the mother has been turned away from, the moon has been turned away from, and that's considered feminine too. Nighttime is feared. Nighttime is hated. Think about that for a minute. We've all been taught throughout our whole lives to hate anything that has anything to do with feminine energy. Whether we're masculine or whether we're feminine, whether we're a man or a woman, we've been taught to hate that. Whatever form it comes in, whether it be the Mother Earth, whether it be the moon in the sky, whether it be our own mothers, whether it be whatever it is, whether it be sexuality of women, and women are not supposed to be sexual beings. We feel sexuality just like anyone else. And embracing that and loving that aspect of yourself, regardless of what anybody thinks about it, is very important. I actually had somebody this week telling me, I've had a couple people this week telling me that it's different for men and women when it comes to sex. Yeah, it's okay for men to sleep with 600 people, but women can't even sleep with 5. That's disgusting and wrong and horrible and awful. Really, really, motherfucker. If it's wrong for us, it's wrong for you. And if it's not wrong for you, then it's not wrong for us. The Jezebel spirit, my ass. People could take their Jezebel spirit and shove it up their ass. Anyway. Grandma Louise. Dumpster diving to find hidden treasure, ignoring all insurmountable censure. Baths with salts, bubbles, and oil, wrapped in your arms and rocked in a towel. All the hours you would toil, sometimes with a scary scowl. Always ready to sit and talk, always there to take a walk. Sunshine in my window is exactly what you were. I know I may have made you wonder, but know that I love you more than ever. Ours is a bond that none could sever. All the love you gave, I'll always remember. I'm sorry I didn't show you more, how much you meant to me before. I had so many things I was going through, but none of it was you. I love you, Grandma. Hi, Maple 7. Nice to see you. So, there could definitely be somebody on the other side that is watching over you, so immensely proud of everything that you've been doing, especially since they could have been somebody who showed you a lot of that in your younger years. The not caring what anybody thinks, the not caring what anybody feels like you should be doing, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, and dumpster diving is one of those things that people look down on and frown on and, oh, that's so disgusting and why would anybody do that? If you need something and it's sitting right there in the trash, why wouldn't you? There's a thrift store in town where some of the homeless people were taking the stuff out of the trash that they threw away. They were calling the cops on them because you can't have our trash. It's not like we want it. It's going to go to a fucking dump somewhere, but you can't have our trash. Excuse me? How greedy and awful and horrible is that? That they're going to call the cops on somebody for searching through their trash. That is ridiculous. Completely and totally ridiculous. If you've never had sunshine in the window, which is in this poem, it's where you take a piece of bread and you cut out a hole in the middle of it, and then you butter both sides, and you throw it in a frying pan, and you crack an egg in the middle of it, and you let it sit till it gets, I like mine over medium, where the egg yolk is runny but the whites are completely done. And then you flip it over and you cook the other side too. It's really good. My grandma used to make it with little tiny pieces of rye bread and little tiny eggs. I have no idea what kind of eggs she was using, but they were tiny eggs. You should try that. It's really good. I was actually talking to my kids about eggs recently because I was like, it's pretty bad that, humans want to claim that so many animals are evil, yet we take the eggs of animals and eat them, which if somebody cut open a woman and took her eggs out and ate them, we would find that to be extremely disgusting and awful and horrible. Even if they surgically removed them and left the woman alive and ate their eggs, we would find that extremely awful and horrible, but it's okay to eat a chicken's eggs. And my kids are like, see, this is why we don't like to be around you, because you say things like that. And one of their friends was like, she's just talking about the truth, guys. And I was like, see, I'm just speaking the truth. And if you look at my plate, I got eggs on my plate. If you can't love yourself, you can't give or receive love appropriately, because your self-hate will be projected on to you and to others. See yourself in a higher light through heaven's eyes. Prince of Egypt soundtrack. So, what you deem as bad, you will see as bad. Would I like to be able to I am not a vegan or a vegetarian, although there are a lot of them. Respect, guys. And at the same time, I feel like the proper amount of respect and love shown to an animal and caring for them and giving to them and then them giving back to you is not a bad thing. But the way that we do things in such a commercialized way is definitely not the greatest way. Although at the moment, I don't have much choice about the matter. I eat those things that come from those bad, awful places. And at the same time, I'm very grateful to have the food that I have. So, we do what we can do in the moment. Forgive yourself for doing the things that you felt like you had to do to be able to survive is definitely one of the key terms in that. You can choose to be anything. Always choose to be yourself. This is actually a tattoo that I would like to put on my hand at some point. It means the freedom to be yourself and being yourself, always being yourself, not being what everyone else wants you to be. Be you, whatever you happens to be. And people will either love you or they will hate you, but it doesn't matter. Because they'll love you or hate you no matter what you choose to be, so you might as well choose to be you, right? So we're getting very close to done. I still have time for one more question if anybody wants to do that. Or if you want to be able to donate, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list all in the description box below. Truly appreciate each and every one of you who does that, or anybody who has liked, shared, subscribed today. All those things are awesome. You guys definitely are amazing. So we're going to get a closeout message and be done for the day. unless there's a question that comes in before then. There will be hell to pay for messing with your energy. They can no longer harvest from you, which means they're no longer tearing down your world, which means they're no longer causing you to go into self hate, or they're no longer causing you to go into massive depression or suicidal thinking. They're no longer causing you any damage through what they're doing because you have let go of it. And once you have let go of it, karma can take place and it can deal with the situation. Practice self-love and self-care now. Do not let their behavior distract you from your goals. Do not let it throw you off your path. It's your time to shine. No one can hold you back but you. So get on track and remove that fear, remove the doubt, and have faith and trust in the divine path. Have gratitude for everything that's coming your way right now. I'm so grateful for everything that's coming my way right now. There's a lot of bad things, but you know what? I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the good things because it makes me feel so much better when I do. So make sure that you're doing the same. Worrying and stressing will not add 1 hour to your life. In fact, it can actually sever a lot of hours from your life. It can, however, make it much more painful, draining, and self-sabotaging. It can cause your physical body so much pain. Trying to control life will never work. Surrender. And when you think that you've surrendered, surrender some more. I used to get very irritated at hearing that. I remember getting very irritating at hearing that because it's like, I've already surrendered. What more do you want from me? But no, there's more. You can surrender even more. Trying to control others, or trying to control outcomes, or trying to take the free will of another is not okay. Whether it's with witchcraft or actions, it's just as bad. So if you've done that, or if other people have done that, it's going to be sorted out. The karma is about the same. Life being in chaos outside of your control until you decide to surrender and let life flow, accepting that things are the way that they are for a reason. And everything is for the highest good of all. So much money is coming my way. I know just what to do with it. I am so abundant, and blessings rain down on me like gold coins. It's like I found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I enjoy my weed regularly, always have gas, food, power, running water. I've gotten to try so many new things. I've gotten to travel. I love my life, and I'm so grateful that I went for my dreams because they all came true. They all came true. A dream is a wish your heart makes. I didn't let others or my mind squash it either. I'm free, the most free that I've ever been. I finally got to go skydiving and zip lining, finally got to go see a different country. I get to show the world my babies, to my babies. A whole new world, one where nothing is impossible if you believe it and work hard at it. So, tell yourself every day that the things you're doing are going to pay off. I haven't done one like that yet, but you know, I might at some point. There's a lot of songs. Oshun, what is her name? There's a woman who does a lot of. If I remember to share it on my community page here in a little bit, I will share it. There's one in particular I'm thinking of, but I can't think of the name right now. But it has to do with Oshun. Oh, I know. No worries. I definitely didn't take it that way at all. Goddess Hecate. You know what's funny? Gaia, Oshun, Hecate. It's all about that feminine energy. It's all about that feminine energy that has been squashed for 3,500 years. I was actually talking about this probably about 20 minutes ago in this reading. So you might want to go back and watch that part of this after this is done too, because there's been a lot of that. For the last 3,500 years, women and animals have been underneath the boot heels of men because we've been worshiping one man instead of worshiping the men, the women, the animals, everything that we used to have respect for and love for and care for back in the day before Christianity came on the scene. I really feel like Christianity is the evil religion, if you want my honesty. very centered around nasty shit. It just is. And I don't care what anybody thinks about that. It is. Money mantra on YouTube. Gotta thank the universe for all that I receive. Anything is possible if you just believe. I've been manifesting money. You know I got receipts. I attract abundances I know I will receive. Money flow quickly, money flow easy. Every dime I spend back in my pocket, make it times three. Money flow thickly, money flow swiftly. For the good of all and harm to none, it's on its way to me. I am protected, I am connected, I am at peace, my bank account's happy. I'm taking care of me, don't got nobody else to please. I'm grateful for all I got, already I'm complete. So even without any of those things, even without the success, even without the recognition, even without the respect, without the anything, you are complete right now in this moment. Know that, be that, feel that. And then also know, believe, and feel that there is nothing wrong with wanting that and that it is coming into you. And mantras and rewiring and all of those things that help you to be able to believe that and get you feeling good about it are things that are going to help you to achieve it. Money Mantra by Moonlight Scorpio is the song that is. It's definitely a great way to manifest. Manifesting is something amazing, and it definitely can be done with the faith the size of a mustard seed. You are important too. Take some time for self-care and self-love. Do more for you and don't feel guilty. Take yourself on a date, dress up and hold your head high. Go on a vacation somewhere where you can relax and unwind. Maybe even learn some new things. There's a whole new world around you and it's time to live. And since it keeps coming up, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Live like you were dying, Tim McGraw. I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu, and I loved deeper, and I swore to keep her, and I took those chances I'd been denying. Someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. No more time to be a yes man or woman. Our lives are only so long. No more time to give to others without a return. Sure. I figured if a question came in before I was finished with the rest of the closeout message, I could do one more question. So awesome. Basically, today's reading has mostly been about making your dreams come true, not letting anybody distract you from that, and believing in yourself, because yourself is worth believing in. Not giving everything you are away to everyone else, but being able to have those healthy, strong boundaries while still giving and still receiving with an open heart. Got your payment, sweetheart. And thank you for the tip as well. I really do appreciate it. Definitely. So, am I answering the question about the goddesses coming to you? Or that you've been feeling very drawn and connected to, and why? Or was there a separate question you were wanting to ask? Okay. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure, so I just wanted to verify. Let's see what we got here. Being you is definitely something that I'm hearing. Loving the feminine side of yourself, embracing the feminine side of yourself. You could definitely have been in an energy for a while where you've been in a severely masculine state, feeling like you have to stand your ground very harshly, feeling like you need to control things, feeling like you need to be in charge of things. And there may need to be a surrender here and more of an adaptability and flexibility approach to whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, with a lot of patience. There could definitely be a need to open your heart more as well. Exactly. I was going through a lot of that myself for a while there, and it goes from one extreme to the other, not doing that at all to doing it all the time. And now it's time to kind of balance that out between both the masculine and the feminine energies, loving and appreciating both of those sides of yourself. Happiness is a choice. Who should I please at the end of the day? Throwing chaos in the fray. I choose myself to please, and I am at ease. For I know tomorrow there'll be no regrets, as most people are building the sets made for actors come to play. I'll still be here after that day. I choose the road of far too few. I refuse to give my happiness to you. In pleasing others, dreams go to die. You only wind up living a lie. If I die tomorrow, I will know so much harvests my seed will sow. I chose my purpose and went over your head. I will never truly be dead. So, awesome. That definitely resonates with what I was feeling there, too. It's definitely, you've been in this energy of fuck you all, I'm going to do what I want. And yes, that is great. It's great to have those boundaries. It's great to know what you want. It's great to go after it. And at the same time, you get more flies with honey than vinegar. So you may need to kind of tone it down just a bit. And I'm not saying, don't be your bold, amazing, beautiful self. Just saying that don't feel like everyone is out to attack you or get you. And go into situations with more of an open heart and some flexibility when it comes to dealing with people. You are breaking cycles from the past through to future generations. Long festering karma and karmic wounds, it is time to let go. Be true to you and allow yourself to shine bright. Leave behind what you were taught in favor of the new things that you have learned. Talking points may help you in some sort of way. Write a sentence and see what follows. It is time to really explore. Stop thinking curiosity is a bad thing. It sometimes leads to bad things, but it just as often leads to good ones too. Take calculated risks. Be discerning but not fearful. Let that fear give rise to faith and courage. Now is the time for commitment tests. Only the strongest make it through. You can do this. Believe it and make it so. So, your commitment test is being tested right now. Your commitment to your truth, to your beauty, to who you really are at the core, to who you really are at the heart of you. And for a while, you may have put aside some of who you are because of the hurt and pain that you went through. But now it is time to embrace that part of yourself and to know that you are the protector of that source of light. In the past, you may not have been. In the past, you may not have had parents who were either. So you had to learn how to be your own parent in that beautiful way. And now you have people that have your back. You have yourself that has your back. So it is okay to go out into this world and to know that you're going to be just fine because you have your back. I'm good you found that to be something that you can use as well. Some drinking issues may be a source of pain. What truth needs to be spoken, understood, and released? What parts are being hidden away out of shame or guilt? It is time for sober self-expression. Don't fret over the opinions of others. It kills the true soul. Time to come out of the mask. Other addictions could be at play too. So if you're feeling like my dad, one of his biggest excuses for the reason why he drank was because he was too shy without it. It wasn't that he was too shy without it. It's that he was hating himself. And if he had the alcohol, he could blame it on the alcohol instead of having to admit that this is just who he is. So just being able to embrace that this is who I am and I'm okay with it. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad for you. That is something that's going to be very important for you as well. And a lot of that is a feminine trait too, because even though men are the ones who generally do that more, being accepting, compassionate, understanding, loving, and caring is a feminine trait. Doing that for yourself happens to be a masculine trait a lot of times. Giving that same love that you give out to others for who they are, give that to you for who you are. You are amazing exactly as you are. And we're going to do one more. We are not robots. I love your independence, makes me feel free. Everything makes so much sense. Are you there? Can you see? Everything fell apart. Getting out may have become an art. Running so fast, but still wishing it could last. Own your pain and let it rain. Express your deepest feelings too. Don't shy away from what is true. Release a steady need for control. Perfection isn't good for the soul. Be who you really are. Know in doing so, those who love you for the real you will never be far. So, once again, being your true self and authentic in it. I am so glad that you got this message today. We're not robots. We're not meant to be all in our stupid little box that society wants to put us in. We're not meant to have no emotions. We're not meant to not express things. And it's okay to say what you're feeling. It's okay to express yourself, and it's okay to just be you. And if anybody doesn't like that, then those are not your people. If anybody wants to try to control what you're feeling or how you're expressing yourself, that's not okay. And pulling away from those energies is going to be something that's very important for you as well. Whether you love those people or not, you can love those people from a distance if it is hurting you in that way. And it definitely is hurting you when you have to be half of who you are because other people cannot handle you at full steam. So, that's what I have for your question. You're welcome, sweetheart. And thank you for being here today and buying a question. I really appreciate it. And before I go, if anybody wanted to donate, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, Amazon wish list in the description box below. If you'd like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things are so appreciated. And thank you guys so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate all of you guys. I can understand that. I had to do the same myself with my mom. It's one of those things that, if they can't handle the fact that you're not going to allow them to put you in their box anymore, or you're not going to allow them to step on you anymore, or you're not going to deal with that behavior anymore because it makes you feel bad about yourself, then you just got to distance yourself from it. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It's just that sometimes that's the way it is. I hope you have a good day too. I hope all of you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.